Hello and welcome to XO Meaux. My name is Mo. I'm a professional tarot reader and spiritual enthusiast, and herbal enthusiast as well. But yeah, welcome to my channel. As you can see from today's title, we're doing a pick a card reading based around the new moon in Scorpio that we just had. I'm actually recording this the day of this new moon. The new moon happened at 2:15 Pacific Standard Time, November 4th, 2021. But again, these readings are timeless. I'm going to turn this into a regular series, so if you'd like to receive a pick a card reading every full moon and new moon, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you get a notification whenever I do so. Additionally, I also send out like journaling prompts via my email subscription list, and if you're interested in journaling or meditation or meditating with those prompts, run over to momagics.com and sign up for my subscription list to get that prompt. I'm gonna like put an insert or something somewhere. I have a couple of announcements, but if you'd like to head right on over to the pick a card readings, please go find the link in the description bar. First off, I've listened to many requests and I am deciding to start a Patreon channel. I am launching it this month. It's already made, so if you'd like to support me, you can run over to my Patreon and subscribe right now. But at the present moment, I don't have any content and I'm really trying to figure out what the balance is, what I'm going to offer. I have a pretty solid idea already, but I would like your help as well. So if you're interested in maybe not even purchasing a Patreon subscription, but in just like helping me figure out what I'm going to do with my Patreon, excuse me, I'll also leave a link in the description bar to take a Patreon interest survey. If you could take that, that would be a huge thank you. I would appreciate it so much. Additionally, I am accepting readings. I am having a new moon special this month, so all readings are 25% off. Use the code NEWMOON9. I believe that's what it is. I believe it's New Moon 9. Again, I'll put all the information in the description bar. But my simple readings are $20 and my complex readings are $40, but with the discount, they'll be $15 and $30. But yeah, I believe that's about it. You can see this little sign in the back. I do live readings on TikTok 2 or 3 times a week. So you already know, if you're not following me on TikTok, head on over there. It's a really good time. But without further ado, let's over to the pick a card selection. I'll see you over at your card. Bye. Hello, and welcome to your card selection. Just as a reminder, I am not a fortune teller. My reading should work as confirmations of your intuition as opposed to telling you anything that you do not know. So, take everything that resonates and everything that does not resonate, please leave behind. Well, I guess the phrase is, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Okay? I like to describe my readings as a interpretation or a description of the current energies operating in your life at this present moment. So if there's something that you do acknowledge resonates with you, but you do not like it, you are not fated to the outcome listed in these cards. You are more than welcome to change your actions and change the course of your future. Nothing is set in stone. With that out of the way, let's move on to the card selection. So what I like to do to help select a card pile is I like to get grounded, placing both feet firmly on the floor, maybe sitting or laying down in a relaxed position and quieting all distractions. And then I like to tune into my breath, breathing in and breathing out. Keeping my breath as a steady rate as I look at each pile. As I look at each pile, I make sure to notice what I feel when looking at the pile, and also what I feel when looking at the crystal on top. I give each pile a breath in and a breath out, noticing whether the pile and the crystal on top feel like a vibrational match with where I'm currently at. For the pile that matches with me, that resonates the most, I generally pick that pile. But sometimes I find that more than one pile resonates with me. If that is the case, there is probably an additional message waiting for you in the additional pile. Gotcha. So I invite you to take your breaths and pay attention to each pile. This is pile 1. This is pile 2. This is pile 3. And this is pal 4. Hello, pal number 1, and welcome to your pick a card reading. If you chose pal number 1, you chose the Dalmatian Jasper. Let me block my face out. Let me do the YouTuber hand. Is it in focus? It's not giving me it's in focus. It's not doing it for me. But this is a really good crystal. It's a really good protection crystal for like blocking out. Is that helping? Ciao. But this is a really good crystal for helping like absorb negative energies, and it's a really good protective crystal. I'm also going to be doing like a protective series on protective crystals and tools later on this month. So be sure to follow me and hit the notification bell so you can find out when that happens. But a little bit how this reading is going to work. We have 2 cards from the Moonology Oracle deck that's just going to be a delivered message from the moon. And then additionally, we have some cards from the Dust to Onyx Tarot deck, which is like, I find that this deck is awesome at like helping you transform your life. In Scorpio energy, it's just huge on like the death process and the transformation and the rebirth that comes from that. It's wrapped up in tons of other things, but the way I was talking with my guides, that's what we're here to deliver to you, right? Once we have an overview of that, I'll also use the Tarot of the Divine, you know, to get you some more insight. And before closing out, I'll get you another Oracle card from the Star Seed Work Your Light Oracle deck. But without further ado, let's hop right into it with your messages from the moon. Okay, so it's right now it's giving big waiting vibes. So you have a mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. Is that in focus? I really wish this was in focus. You know, how do I get it in focus? It's a beautiful card, right? It's like nothing is yet set in stone. And then you also have meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. Yeah. So I'm really just getting, you're waiting on like patience. Patience is what it's coming through, but really needing to wait things out and take your time before making some type of decision, right? Let's tap into these tarot cards. Okay. Again, I'm getting like slow down vibes. Very much slow down, grab the wall, wiggle like you're trying to make it fall off. Hella think I want to grab them all, speed up, gas pedal. I'm doing too much. But what we have here, we have Papa Coin, which is the King of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Gourds, which is the 5 of Cups, and then the Chief card in reverse, which is the Emperor in reverse. Again, this is huge patience vibes. I don't know if you're the type of person who's go, let's do it, let's make it happen all the time. But this Scorpio season, this new moon cycle, it's really calling you to take your time and to deal with the emotions, right? To deal with your emotions. The 5 of Cups, it's about grieving. It's about grieving, and again, the transformation process that comes when we give ourselves the time and the space to grieve and to feel what we're actually going through. I'm kind of feeling it now, y'all. But again, with this Papa Coin, it's slow. It's slow, and I don't know if you're trying to move off into work, because I'm kind of getting work vibes. Don't know if you're the type of person to distract yourself with your work. Don't do that. I'm not getting to stop working. I'm definitely getting you can slow down the pace at which you work, you know what I mean? Slow and steady wins the race. But as far as like this Chief, this Emperor energy, where you're rushing off, you're doing everything that you absolutely can, you're doing the most, you know what I mean? You're charging forward head on without heeding any warnings. We're not doing that. That's not gonna service you, right? And then it's also like stubborn and not dealing with your emotions. You're really being called to wait. I'm getting feel what you need to feel. Grieve what you need to grieve. The 5 of Cups, that's Mars and Scorpio. You know what I mean? There's kind of like this combative, like, Scorpio co-rules Mars with Aries, But when it comes to it, you know what I mean? The thing about the difference with Scorpio is, yes, it's like forceful, yes, it's fighting, yes, it's very passionate and deep, but it destroys. Scorpio destroys for that transformation process, right? So whatever has died, whatever you are grieving, just know that you have to transform that. You know what I mean? You have to come out on the other end by processing your emotions before you can actually move on. Yeah. Let's get you some additional insight. So hello ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. We just want to provide some additional insight to the folks that chose pile number 1. Just in terms of the way that they need to transform during the Scorpio season, right? We definitely spoke about them needing to wait, to slow down, you know what I mean, to grieve, to feel their emotions, to feel what they're going through before they can proceed in the direction they want to head in. So if there's any information, any additional insights we'd want to provide them with, we would appreciate your help in delivering those messages right now. Alrighty, so messages for pile number 1. Insights for pile number 1. Insights for pile number 1. Oh my gosh. Insights for pile number 1. Insights for pile number 1. Insights for pile number 1. So, right off the bat, right? I'm getting that your friends are going to be able to help you. So I don't know if this is a work or like a relationship or maybe even like a familial situation that you're dealing with. It definitely might be like a familial situation or maybe like a generational curse or like a really bad habit that you've been working with for a long time that we need to heal and grieve and move on from, right? Just with this 3 of Cups, I'm getting... This could be one of 2 things. I'm getting that your friends can help you with the 3 of Cups here, but then right after that, we have the 4 of Cups. So this could be you like focusing on the negatives or like hyper fixating on like a situation with your friends, but that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting that your friends are really going to be your savior in this situation, and they're going to be able to distract you. You know what I mean? You're going to have like spiritual conversations, really divine and like deep, you know, transformative Scorpio conversations with your friends during this time. But whatever it is that you were trying to rush off to, you are going to return to it, but I'm just getting leave it behind. Leave it behind for the present moment. Do not worry about it. Do not focus on it. Do not try to change it. The time for you to move on will come. You know, this emotional offering, you being honest and truthful and tender with whatever the situation is, it will come. It will come, but just now isn't the time. We have the hangman in reverse. We have got to wait this out. And I'm getting you're going to be waiting for quite some time. And this feels like it's going to be hard. It feels like this is going to be tough with this 4 of Coins. I feel like you're going to be holding on to your reaction. You're going to be holding on to the things that you want to say. You're going to be holding on to the urge to move forward and to act on this thing for quite some time. Right? For quite some time. But if you do not heed that warning, you know what I mean? I'm just getting that like it's unclear. I'm getting like this foggy, unclear, you don't have the foresight. The thing about the Hanged One is that like we have to wait. We have to be in this stalemate process in order for our perspective to change. The saying is, what got me here won't get me there. You know what I mean? Basically meaning that the habits and the actions that got me to where I am right now are not going to get me to the future that I want. Yeah? So as you're in this waiting period, talk with your friends, have spiritual, deep, transformative conversations, because that's also part of the grieving process, right? Sharing what you're grieving, sharing what you're learning, sharing what you're going through with the people that care about you and that are going to pour positive emotions into you, right? But this really is about breaking a pattern. This is like which is why it's going to take so long, which is why the Hanged One is in reverse, which is why we had that Five of Gourds energy. You know what I mean? It takes time. It takes time. It is not going to happen all at once. You have to give yourself time, because whatever it is that you're healing from or that you're transforming, this is something that is a long time coming. This is not a quick fix. You know what I mean? This is like years. This is like years of a bad habit. This is years of you like distracting yourself. This is years of you doing the same thing and making the same mistake. And to heal from that, it takes time. I low-key feel like they talking to me, girl. Okay? But before we head off, I'm gonna get you a oracle card from the Starseed Oracle. Can we get an oracle card for pile number 1, please? Oracle card for pile number 1. This is. Hey y'all, I'm sorry. My camera kind of like cut out. But yeah, like I was saying, I wasn't saying this, but I'm saying it now that like this was like a call out. At least for me. So pile number 1, just know that like we're in the same boat. If you're feeling pile number 1, you're feeling it with me. But we have karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. Gotcha. So the constellation Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe that many star seeds who are part of this cosmic history are incarnated on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion. Times. Perhaps you were one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind and see things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive second-guessing mode, instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we should admit that we may have reacted because of our own woundings, and then find mutual ground. We're all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. And yet, that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and to take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and to find a way to grow closer through conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence in all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? And then the journaling or meditation question is, which relationships do you find the most challenging? How can you see things from a different perspective? How are you being called to allow growth through conflict? Yes, and then like I'm just gonna share this because this has like literally, and then like look at my hair. It's dyed. I'm quite literally like living in a lesson of polarity right now. But I found myself in a karmic lesson or a karmic relationship of some kind. This talks about you know what I mean, like coming together after the conflict. That's not what needs to go on with me. What needs to go on with me is that I actually need to distance myself from this person, because this person, there's no future here, or it's not a healthy connection. It's not going to give me what it's supposed to give, right? And I need to learn how to stop settling for the sake of love, for the sake of not being lonely, you know? And there's this polarity between me and this other person, and this opposition that makes the connection feel magnetic, electrifying. You know what I mean? But just because something is electrifying doesn't mean that it's meant to be. Take that if it resonates. If it doesn't, leave it behind. You know what I mean? But this just sums up this right here. This Five of Cups energy I've been going through for about 3 weeks now. For about 3 weeks now, I've been getting the Hanged Man consistently. Meditate, contemplate. Nothing is yet set in stone. But that's all I have for you, my loves. If this resonated, please let me know down in the comment section. If you want to see more readings like these, don't forget to comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And I am open for private readings, girl. So if you run over to momagics.com, you can book a private session with me or purchase some oracle decks, tarot cards, incense. I got it all. I got a lot. So yeah, that's all for right now. Until next time, this is XO Meaux. Bye. Hello, pal number 2, and welcome to your pick a card reading. If you chose pal number 2, you chose the shungite crystal. I might have seen this, y'all might have seen this on my channel before, but I love this crystal. It's a protective crystal, but this is specifically programmed, and it really helps with protecting from like electromagnetic frequencies or like waves and stuff like that. So like you do have to charge it pretty often, but I do generally put it around like my technology, my laptop, the television set, my cell phone, just to absorb any negative rays. However, it does need to be cleansed and charged quite often for that reason. But a little bit about how this reading is going to work. So you have 2 Moonology Oracle cards. These are just like connecting you to your moon cycle, emotions that you should be paying attention to, messages from the moon. And then you also have 4 cards from the Dust to Onyx or tarot deck. This deck is really good at it's a huge catalyst. It's not sweet. It is not a nice deck, but it's a huge catalyst for being transformative, which is, everything about Scorpio energy. Scorpio it's intoxicating, it's obsessive, it's impulsive. It likes the death and destruction process, but for the sake of rebirth and epic transformation, right? So it only felt right to get you messages about your transformation during the Scorpio season over to you. After that, I'll also get you an oracle card from the Starseed Oracle deck, and I'll also get some more information from the Tarot of the Divine, just, to just give some more context, fluff it out, deliver some more messages to the Divine. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. So first off with these moon cards. Okay. Interesting. So you have Cardinal Moon, be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon, be bold and make the first move. And then after that, you have Full Moon in Leo, don't let pride get in the way. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, if there's something that you need to do, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Do not be anxious. Do not be nervous. The moon is kind of giving you the go ahead, right? Very interesting. Okay, let's go into the Dust to Onyx. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna read these in the reverse order because I'm just getting that I need to read them in the reverse order. And if you practice tarot, you know that the order is important. So make the move. So it's really saying make the move, right? But there's some things you got to do before you make the move. And this is your transformation. I'm getting that your transformation is really about the potential of your future. You know what I mean? The potential of your future. And then also your perspective, the way you see things. First off, you have the Star card. The Star card is about being hopeful. It's about our perspective. It's about seeing things and knowing that we can have the world. We can have the world. It's just a matter of believing that it is out there waiting for us, right? We cannot see it right now. But if we make the right moves in the present, if you are bold and you make the first move day in and day out, it will come further down the line. Yeah. After that, you have the Three of Blades. You have the Three of Blades. The Three of Blades. This is the Three of Swords. This is about addressing the mental ideas that are causing us emotional pain. You know what I mean? If there's a move that you need to make, could this be pride? This could be pride. Could this be anxiety, fear? You know what I mean? Could this be assuming the worst? It could be a number of things, but wisdom and maturity is what comes through with the Three of Blades, with the Three of Swords. It's again, that's a transformative process. Again, it's not easy. With Scorpio, maturing is not easy. Maturing is never easy. The thing about maturing and wisdom is that it feels like we're making an emotional sacrifice. We're like, this makes us feel easy. This makes us feel safe. This makes us feel comfortable. This makes us feel content. But wisdom and maturity is making a decision that goes against all this because you know that the decision that you need to make is a decision that's going to give you the life you want to live in the long term. You know what I mean? You know that this is the best decision regardless of how you feel, right? And that's what's that's what we have more of, right? Because you also have the Ten of Coins here. This is talking about your like happily ever after. This is your generational wealth. This is your happy house, happy home. You know what I mean? And I'm not getting that this is just you. This is like generations to come. And unless you do this, unless you find the hope, unless you change your perspective, unless you wise up, there's a huge blockage here. The universe is in reverse. This is the World card in reverse. You know what I mean? You're not going to learn the lesson. You are going to continue to go through this pattern. You are going to continue to see these lessons, and they are not going to get easier. They will get worse. I hate to break it to you like this, but that's the energy of this deck. It will not get easier. It will get worse until you wise up, change your perspective. Wow. Okay. They did not come to play today. This deck, the Dust to Onyx does not come to play with anybody. I'm glad we have this deck. This deck is a little more flowery in language. But can we get some more messages for pal number 2? What else do they need to know about their transformation process? What else should they be focusing on or planting seeds for with this new moon? I think that this new moon, there's a lot of like cosmic energy, and I think that a lot of the work is happening on its own already. But, you know, that's what we're here to do. We're here to get you a message, so we're going to get you a message. What do we want? What additional information would we like pal number 2 to know? Additional messages for pal number 2. Additional messages for pal number 2. Whoa. Additional messages for pal number 2. I'm getting surrender. I'm getting huge surrender vibes. Oh my gosh, there's so many reversals here. I'm getting huge surrender vibes. Like the word surrender is really coming through strong. Yeah? Because here's what we have. Again, like I was saying, like this is transformative energy, right? Especially with Scorpio. Scorpio, or like when we think about Pluto, it's out in the distance and it reoccurs. And it's kind of like it comes back again and it plagues us and we think we're done with it, but we're not really done until it comes back around and we got to revisit the lesson and make sure that it's being transformed, that we are destroying the thing and creating something new from it every single time. The reason why I said surrender is because you have the Five of Wands in reverse. This is you not forcing it. This is you not fighting it. You know what I mean? This is you really like tapping out of the fight. And not to say that you shouldn't be fighting, but you shouldn't be like, whatever the direction is that you have been going, because you also have the Eight of Wands in reverse here, whatever you have been doing, whatever the direction that you have been charging forward with is the vision that I'm getting, you need to do the opposite. You need to surrender. Do not let your pride get in the way, right? Again, this is reoccurring. Six of Cups in reverse. So this may be, I don't know what the situation is, right? But this is from your past. This is from your upbringing. This is like painful memories. This is trauma. This is something that feels very hard and heavy. And I'm hearing surrender. Magician in reverse. Do not try to force it. Do not try to force it, because I'm getting that you have tried to force it. You have tried to control this situation. You have tried to manipulate this situation in the past to no avail. To no avail. You say that you're winning. You say that you're in charge. You say that you're on top, but you're not, baby. You're not, baby. You know what I mean? The emotional balance isn't there. You're not getting the emotional outcome that you're looking for. Regardless of how prideful you are, regardless of how you're trying to force it, you know what I mean? It's not giving. It has not changed. It is not shown that you have not made any progress. You have not made any progress. Y'all with me? This is Scorpio energy. It's not easy. It's not easy. I have a stellium in Scorpio. I should know, child. Like, however. So I'm really getting like surrender. Surrender is coming through so strong right now. Surrender. And it's like surrender, because it's two things, right? It's surrender what you have been doing, but it is time to do something else. And if you're trying to bring other people along, it's not for them. This is for you to do alone. This is you going on a new journey, the Fool card, right? You exploring other options. You just gotta do something else. Surrender the way that you have been fighting or wrestling with this specific situation, right? I'm really getting try something new. Again, the Emperor in reverse. This is not about you doing it the way that you want to do it. It's not about you doing it the way that you want to do it and making it happen the way you want it to happen. This is about you like really easing up and looking for something new. Doing research, being open to the universe giving you new ideas and other options that you have never explored before. I'm rooting for you. Ciao. I'm rooting for you. I am rooting for you. But yes, please, change your perspective. Surrender. Rest. Look at what the universe wants to give you. Wise up and then try something else. Can we get an oracle card, please? Can we get an oracle card? Can we get one oracle card for pile number 2? Okay, so we kind of got 2. I'm gonna read both of these to you. I don't think I've ever seen this card. I don't think this card has ever come up in the reading. First, you have trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So often, those who feel like they're here for a reason sense that time is running out, and they spend their life worrying that they might miss their moment. But the only way to miss your life or your moment is to spend your time worrying about missing it. It's never too late to answer a calling, and you're never too old. The tides of your life are magnificently orchestrated to come in and out in perfect unison. Don't race ahead and ride a wave that was never meant for you. You'll waste your precious time and energy when instead you could be enjoying your life. Everything has a season, and you're being called to trust the one you're in. Don't let impatience, comparison, competition, or paranoia disturb the seeds. It seems that everyone has anxiety these days, constantly scanning for something they might have missed or a possible threat. Keeping our mind and our body pointed in the same direction as our soul is nearly impossible at such reactive speeds. Right now, you are being reminded to take a breath and to trust the wave you came in on. To trust the season you are in. Time isn't running out. There's plenty of time. There is no rush, and it is never too late. Then the journaling or meditation question for this one is, how can you trust the timing of your life a little more? Yeah? Alrighty, I'm going to move on to the 7-star sisters. Birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. There are new creations that want to be born. Beauty that's yearning to be woven. Try something new is coming through very loudly. New consciousness that's longing to be breathed into life. If you draw this card, you are being called to surrender to these creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness and do your bit in weaving in the web of life. This is the card of the artist and the midwife. You are being called to ponder the questions, what wants to be birthed through you? What new creations are whispering in your ear? What beauty are you being called to make? Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. Earth is renowned as a planet of manifestation and creativity, and yet so many of us have forgotten how to create. Somewhere along the way, we stop seeing ourselves as artists, as creatives, as poets. Yet to be human is to be creative. Creativity is a part of your true nature. Perhaps you're being called to surrender to a creative project, such as a new business or book, or perhaps you are being called to weave beauty into your home or in the way you cook. Regardless of the end result, you're being called to express yourself through creativity, to surrender to the creative projects that both scare and excite you, to find a way to weave beauty back into everyday life. For where there's creativity, spirit and soul are present. And the world needs those qualities more now than ever before. Then the journaling or meditation question for this one is, what new creations are you being called to birth? Alrighty, very, very powerful message this one was. You know, Scorpio energy, she did not come around to disappoint. She didn't come to play with you girls. She did not come to play with you girls. But that's all I have for you, my friends. Please thank your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for helping me deliver these messages to you. If this resonated, please let me know what did down in the comments section. And if you want to receive more messages via like new moon readings or full moon readings, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so you'll find out whenever I release a new pick a card reading. Yeah, don't forget to check on my website to book private readings with me. Again, I am running a new moon special. All readings are 25% off by using the code NEWMOON9, I believe. I'm going to put it in the description bar just in case. But that's all for now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and your presence. Namaste. Until next time, this is XO Meaux. Bye. Hello, pal number 3, and welcome to your pick a card reading. If you chose pal number 3, you chose the Tiger's Eye. I love this. It's like, I want to say it's protective, but I don't know. Whenever I have Tiger's Eye, I don't want to say it puts me in an argumentative mood, but it makes sure that I don't take shit from nobody. You know what I mean? That's what I love about Tiger's Eye. It really helps me defend myself. It puts me on the offensive. You know, if that makes sense. But, yeah, a little bit about this reading. So, what's going to happen is we have 2 cards from the Moonology Oracle deck to help you get some messages to connect with your moon energy, your emotions, and just this new moon cycle for you. And then we also, because it's Scorpio season, I decided to use the Dust to Onyx deck. This deck is amazing at like providing epiphanies, but also some really tough energy when it comes to transforming our lives, right? Which I think is kind of like spot on with this new moon in Scorpio and the fact that we're in Scorpio season, right? Like Scorpio is kind of obsessed. It kind of deals with intoxication, obsessions, and destruction of a thing, but it loves the death and the destruction process for the sake of things being reborn and rebirthed and transformed into something better, right? Kind of like taking the ashes, Phoenix reborn kind of moment, right? But yeah, after that, I'm gonna get you some more insight using Tarot of the Divine, and then a Oracle card from the Starseed Oracle deck to close everything out for you. Yeah. But without further ado, let's hop right into your reading. Okay. Interesting. So you have Supermoon. Emotions are running high. If it don't apply, let it fly. And then you also have luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. I'm feeling good vibes. You know, this doesn't it seems like things seem excitable. Things seem like high energy and excitable, but it seems like that the universe is working for you in your favor. Yeah, let's find out in what ways you are going to be transformed this season. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so you have a lot of court cards, right? So just kind of the image that I'm getting you returning to something. I'm getting that you're returning to something that makes you feel powerful, that makes you feel confident, maybe sociable, like very attractive, very fiery energy. But they want me to grab the book. I'm gonna grab the book. What is this? Is the book here? No, the book's over here. Give me a second, girl. We're gonna workshop it. Like, what is this? I'm gonna read it to you. So Mama Staff. Competent, versatile, regenerative, independent, exuberant. Exactly. Yeah, just like I'm really getting like a plume. Like kind of like I'm seeing like a, I don't know if this is a carnation, but it's like a bright red flower with a lot of petals just like blooming, and then the pollen and the fragrance, it just explodes everywhere in this big magnificent way, right? So you have Young Blade, which is essentially this is the Prince of Swords, you know what I mean? And I'm really getting you rushing off to become Mama Staff, you know what I mean? The Queen of Wands, this beautiful, confident, sociable energy that loves going on adventure and just loves sharing herself with other people. You have Mama Coin in reverse. I was gonna say this is like, don't take it slow. You don't have to ease into this process. But what I'm getting now that I'm getting is that this is just energy that has been dormant. That this energy has existed inside of you for quite some time, but now you are returning to it. Seven of Blades in reverse. You are returning to this version of yourself. This is a return. I'm not even getting that this is like completely new energy. You know what I mean? It's like the time for you to reawaken, to rebirth this dormant version of yourself has come. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Can we get some more insights for the people that chose pile number 3? What else do we want to say to pile number 3? Again, about their Scorpio season, about their transformative process. Divine messages for pile number 3. Divine messages for pile number 3. This one wanted to pop out. Pile number 3. Okay, and it's like, and then this is so interesting the way that it's coming out. Messages for pile number 3. Again, like this is great energy. I don't know, like, cause kind of what I'm getting for you. Yes, cause kind of what I'm getting for you is that, like, honestly, truly, I'm just getting that, like, your transformation process is done. You've already done the hard work, and now you were just reaping the benefits of the work that you've done, or you were just reaping the benefits of divine timing. Perhaps. This has got me hype. I love this energy for you, right? because let me show you what I'm seeing. First off, you have the Magician card. Again, you have everything that you need around you to create the life that you want to live. You have the Four Swords in reverse, which is sometimes about needing to give it a rest. But I'm not, what I'm hearing is don't sit on this. Do not sit on this energy. You can manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest right now. You can manifest your 10 of Cups. You can manifest your Sun card. Like, do you hear me? Like, this is happily ever after. This is like complete emotional abundance. And this is the same thing. These are the things that light you up, that make you excited, that make you passionate. This is all the good things about life. You know what I mean? At your disposal. And then like, it's at your foot. It's in front of you. Yeah. It's at your footstep. Right. And again, you have the Star card in reverse and the Nine of Wands in reverse. And sometimes these, like, just what I'm getting is that, like, sometimes when we see the Star card, the thing that we want is in the distance. It's not in the distance. It's here. It's here right now. You don't have to go exploring, looking for these things. You have them. They're in possession. They are at your footstep. They're at your door. It's just you picking. You just picking what you want to do. And this is where you're supposed to be at. It's literally divine timing. It's literally divine timing. Like, I'm excited. I wish this energy was mine. I wish I had chosen pile number 3, you know? It's like, you can really have it all. You can have this new abundance that you're looking to invest in. Just new quality things that you can invest in, that you can see to grow, that you can see growing, right? You have the Death card here, but again, I'm not getting that your death process needs to happen. I'm understanding that this is the other side of the death. You know what I mean? This is the other side of the Scorpio energy. Because whatever has died off. You have grieved. You have transformed. You have learned the lesson. You are actually now able to go back to a truer, more pure version of yourself that was actually being dormant. You know, it's like, I see you going back to this version of yourself. Like I'm kind of seeing that you went through this like traumatic ass process, or like this drama, or all these upsets and upheavals, right? And then like they just put you in this crazy place, put you in this crazy wild place. But then you're like, I'm not doing that anymore. I can't do this. I don't want to live like this. And because you made that decision, you decided to wise up. You decided to make the necessary changes. And that was hard. And that was your death process. But now that your death process is over with, you know what I mean? You actually can return. You can return to this brighter version of yourself that was dormant for that period of time. But also, the universe is gifting you with something else. It's like it's gifting you with the things that you're going back to, but it's better. But it's better. It's better. I'm really, and like, you have the Fool in reverse at the bottom of the deck. And again, it's just telling me that you don't have to look for these things. Maybe that could be your message, you know what I mean? That you do not have to look for these things, but you are already in possession of them. This is exciting. Y'all, please let me know if this resonates in the comment section. If you know what this is in regards to, if this like, if you feel the energy too. But I'm gonna get you a Starseed Oracle deck. Can we get an Oracle card? Can we get an Oracle card for pile number 3? What is it that we want pile number 3 to know? Get an Oracle card for pile number 3. What is it that we want? Like, I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. This is jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. It's like, you're really like on cloud 9. You're really soaring high, Miss Girl, and I'm so happy for you. I'm a little bit jealous. You know what I mean? Jealousy is okay, but I'm happy for you. What is jump in? What do we, girl, can we be friends? Let me see. Jump in. I'm gonna let y'all look at this card again because it's like, it's kind of psychedelic, yeah. Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. Andromeda is a spiral galaxy, the closest galaxy to the Milky Way. It's believed that Andromedan star seeds are a group of beings who love their freedom. Very adaptable, they have a strong willingness and ability to change and go with the flow. To find calm in the chaos, to swim with the tides. This card is here to encourage you to do the same. Perhaps you have a significant goal or opportunity ahead of you. If so, you're being guided to jump in. Do not wait for permission. Do not stall until you feel ready. Take a deep breath, a good old run up, and jump right on in. Life bends for the courageous, and courageous is what you are being called to be. You're already facing the right direction. The only thing left to do is leap. You'll figure out the details as you go along. Things may not always be smooth sailing. Life on Earth rarely is. However, it's the rougher seas that teach us how to sail with glory, which you have already been through, mind you. And once you know that, you can navigate any sea, ocean, or storm. The Andromedans want you to fall in love with surfing the waves of life, to seek more adventures, to embrace your own adaptability, and to find a way to be the calm in the chaos. You didn't come to Earth to be passive. You came to Earth to truly live. Now take a good run up and leap. And then your journaling or meditation question is, how can you be more adventurous? How are you being called to jump right on in and leap? I freaking love the energy of this reading. I'm so happy for you. Like, y'all have so much going for you. This is awesome. Like, it's like your transformation coming this season is literally you just doing whatever the fuck it is you want to do. It's literally you just like having the confidence, the knowledge, and the wisdom that like you can make it through any storm, that you can be whoever it is that you want to be. And this is really exciting news. Excuse me, truth burp. Excuse me. But yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. If this resonates, please let me know down in the comments. If you want to receive more messages like these whenever there's a new moon or a full moon, be sure to follow me, hit the notification bell so you find out whenever I drop more videos. And don't forget, I am booking private readings. So if you're looking for a private reading, run over to momagics.com. I am running a special, a new moon special, 25% off by using the discount code NEWMOON9. But yeah, that's all for now. Please thank your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. And until next time, this is XO Meaux. Bye. Hey, pal number 4, and welcome to your pick a card reading. A little bit about how this reading is going to work. So first off, you're going to get 2 cards from the Moonology Oracle deck. This is just going to be tapping into like your moon energy. This could be a message from the moon to you if you work with the moon, but a little more like your emotional state and just a message in that way. After that, I pulled, what do we have for you? We have 3 cards from the Dust to Onyx deck. This deck is really good at like delivering like really transformative messages, right? Because this is a new moon in Scorpio, because this is Scorpio season, it only made right to do that. It only makes sense. If you're familiar with Scorpio energy, it's very deep, it's very intuitive, it's a little obsessive, but it's also like kind of obsessed with like death and destruction, right? And death and destruction in the way that like once we destroy these things, once some things die off, that creates the opportunity for things to be reborn, for things to be transformed, for things to be born anew for the better, using the rubbish, the ashes, and the debris that was destroyed with, right? So yeah. And if you chose pal number 4, you chose the Lemurian. This is a new crystal for me. It's really good at like programming all the areas of your body together, like your mind, your body, and your spirit, getting them all on the same page. connecting you to the ancient culture of the Lemurians. If you haven't heard about them, I would definitely say like do some research, check the Lemurians out. But it also opens your crown chakra, you know, and makes you more receptive to divine messages and divine messages and channeling. Yeah. But yeah, after that, after we do that, I'm gonna get you some more insights using the Tarot of the Divine, and then closing out, I'm also gonna get you an oracle card from the Starseed Oracle deck, right? But without further ado, let's hop right into it. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so you have first quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. Don't know what about, but that's very interesting news. And then also, new moon in Virgo. Time to give rather than take. This is very interesting. Like this could be in regards to a relationship or like your life's purpose and your life's past. And I don't know if things are gonna get rough. And you know what I mean? If things are getting rough, be it with a relationship, your career, you know what I mean, your life's purpose, whatever you think it is, if things are starting to get rough, this could literally just be a test. This could be a test from the universe. Like, the universe do be sending us tests, and it low-key be annoying. You know what I mean? They be like, do you really want this? Are you really going to do the work? Are you really going to come through? If we rock the boat a little bit, are you still going to be there? If that resonates, take it with you. If it don't apply, let it fly. Moving on to how you were being transformed this season. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. I think you are being called to connect with your feminine form. You know what I mean? I think you are really being called to connect with your divine feminine, with your ability to be like still, reflective, receptive, maybe tapping into your magic. You know what I mean? But I'm just getting that you are not doing a lot. This is very interesting the way that this came out. You have the Sun card in reverse. And just what I'm getting, this is not about your energetic output. This is not about the things that you do. This is not about your physical actions. This is really deep. This is really internal, and this is definitely like deep feminine Scorpio energy. You know what I mean? Like the darkness. Like the sun in reverse, and then you have the shaman, which is connected to the high priestess. This is high priestess energy, right? Like the high priestess, she's connected to the feminine divine. She understands the value of the light and the dark, but she really understands the dark, and that like in the darkness, we are our most powerful manifestors. You know what I mean? But that's when we are receptive. After that, you have the Seven of Coins, which is just kind of reiterating that receptive moment to me. You know what I mean? But the Seven of Coins, it's the Seven of Pentacles, and it's about reflecting. You know what I mean? Again, it's not about doing. It's not about working. It's about sitting back, relaxing, looking at what has already occurred. You know what I mean? Turning around and looking at the past and saying, this is what has happened. This is what I have done. This is what they have done. And this is the outcome. And then sitting with that information and deciding how you want to move forward, right? But like collectively, I'm just really getting you sitting still. This could be you sitting. This could be you meditating. You might have resonated with another pile, right? But you connecting to the feminine divine is it's clear as day. It's clear as day. Yeah, they want me to look at the sun. The sun. What do we have about the sun here? The sun dormant. Egoism, abuse of power, low self-esteem, sabotage. If that resonates, let it resonate. If it don't apply, let it fly. But again, like I was saying, it's just like, I don't think this isn't about your output. This is about your input, right? This is the way that you're able to sit in stillness. But yeah, let's get you some more messages. Do we have any more insights that we would like to provide pile number 4 with? Anything else we want pile number 4 to know? Anything we think would be interesting for pile number 4 to be aware of? Insights, messages? Okay. Oh. This is so funny. Y'all saw me shuffle these cards. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. There's a lot coming through here, and it's like the energy. It's the energy that they're sending. It's like, it's low-key not even the message of the cards. It's sometimes it's like, it's more the imagery and the energy that I'm getting from this reading, right? But again, you're going to be doing less. You have the 2 of coins in reverse. I'm just getting you, this is you doing less. This is you juggling less. This is you being able to help less. This is like, this isn't what you can do for others. This is what you can receive. This is what you can receive. You're really being receptive here. Receptive, not in just like an empress, like help me kind of way, but more importantly, like this is like divine. This is like divine guidance. This is your ancestors, spirit guides, angels. You know what I mean? You have the Hermit card in reverse. You might feel alone. I was going to say you will be alone, but you might feel alone. And like, just know that your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels, they're always with you. But again, in the physical world, in the sun in reverse, no, people are not going to be there. You're going to be alone. You have the High Priestess again. You know what I mean? This is definitely you working your magic if you're a spiritual person. This is you receiving divine messages through meditation, through journaling, through your dreams. You know what I mean? And through that process, you are going to be gifted. You're going to be gifted with something extraordinary. You're going to be gifted with a new idea, a new way of operating, a new relationship, a new way of manifesting. You are going to receive something that you can like value and cherish and nurture, and then watch it grow. Yes, but before any of that happened, things have got to change, and this is why you have got to pull away. You have got to pull away from the people in your life. You have the 9 of Wands in reverse, which is telling me that something is exhausting you, and you try to act as if you were not exhausted, but you were tired. 2 of Cups in reverse. And again, like, this is about it being like a unequal exchange of emotional energy. One person might be selfish, but that's not necessarily what I'm getting. I'm getting that you may be giving too much. You may not be setting clear boundaries around what you can give. You may not be setting clear boundaries around your self-care time. You may not be protecting your valuable time and your valuable energy. Right? I really do feel like you were giving, again, Sun card in reverse. You were giving too much of yourself away. Give away less and see what you were able to receive when you, not even when you just like ask people to give you things, but when you sit in stillness. I'm really getting that you're kind of like this busybody that this busybody, you want to help everybody, you want to do everything for everybody, and that's something you need to make a departure from, right? That's something you need to make a departure from, because just with what you have going on right now, that's hurting you. You're rushing off. You were rushing off to help people. You were not thinking about your calendar. You're not thinking about your self-care, and that is hurting you. That is hurting you. Right? And I don't know why you do this. I don't know. Eight of Swords. Are you afraid that people are going to leave you? Are you afraid of being alone? Are you afraid of sitting in the darkness? But the darkness is calling your name. Like, and like that kind might sound a little creepy, but it's like, because I know that like our society shapes darkness in a really weird way, but freaking look at me, right? Like, I am very High Priestess energy. The High Priestess understands the value of both the light and the dark. You know what I mean? If we're just doing my head, right? If this is sun energy, this is my output to the world. These are the things that I love doing. This is me in the physical realm. The darkness is me being receptive. Masculine, feminine. You know what I mean? The darkness does not have to be bad. The darkness isn't bad. These things are actually, they have equal value. They're just as valuable as one or the other. And without the other would not exist. You know what I mean? So like if you have a hard time being receptive, if you have a hard time being still, if you have a hard time being quiet, if you have a hard time meditating and reflecting on things, that is what is calling you. Do not be afraid of it. Do not be afraid of it. Because the thing is, like, there's nothing to be afraid of. It might be a process for you to get used to it, but there is nothing but a wealth of epiphanies waiting for you. There's nothing but a wealth of epiphanies waiting for you on the other side. But until you do this work, they're strict. You will not see progress, or progress will be very hard to come by. You know what I mean? It will be very hard to make a departure from your current circumstances until you are able to connect with the darker side of yourself, with your feminine divine. Look into the High Priestess. If I were you, I would be like, do some research on the feminine divine. Do some research on the High Priestess. You know what I mean? Do some research on, who is it? Oh my gosh, it's the girl, the maiden, and the crone. Look into the crone. There's like these three waves. Oh, I forget the name of them. But there's kind of like these three phases of like womanhood, right? It's the girl, the maiden, and the crone, or like the maiden, the mother, and the crone. Do some research and I'm sure you can find it. But basically what it is, it's a little girl. It's a young little girl. It's the maiden. It's the maiden, the mother, and the crone. You know what I mean? And then it's the mother, you know what I mean? Very Empress vibes, receiving, emotional, you know what I mean? And then there's the crone. She's a little more dark. She's a little more connected to death, which again is not bad. It's just a part of life. You know what I mean? But she's so full of wisdom. She's so full of aged wisdom. Look into the crone. Pluto energy. It's Pluto and Scorpio energy as well. So, like I was saying, yeah. I gotta get you a oracle card. Like it's like this. Like this is just taking me elsewhere. This message is just taking me elsewhere. Can we get them an oracle card, please? Can we get an oracle card for pile number 4? Again, it's like it's so in the spiritual realm. Can we get an oracle card for pile number 4? Look at this. And then what I was telling you. I was literally telling you. And then I'm going to read this. But take what... Because I know what this is going to say. But just like, let's look at this, right? Again, I'm not going to read this to you. I'm not going to read it out of the book. You know what I mean? You are not alone. Isolation, physical community... physical connection. This card is about connecting to other people. You know what I mean? But they're saying don't read the book. They're literally telling me don't read the book because that's not what it's about. This is about, like I was saying with that Hermit card in reverse, you may feel alone, but you are not alone. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, and your angels, they are walking with you, and they will always be with you. Right? They will always be with you when you're dreaming, when you're sleeping, when you're meditating. You know what I mean? They really just want me to channel this. What else are we? They want me to use this deck. What else do we want to say? What else do we want to say about them not being alone? It's usually pile number 4 that gives the girls the most work. What else do we want to say? What other messages would we like to deliver to pile number 4? What other messages do we want to deliver to pile number 4? What is this? Come on. What else do we want to say? And then this light deck, you don't even need a lot. What else do you want to say? Especially with this. So here's the thing. This is about you, because I'm getting you're a powerful, like you are a powerful spiritualist. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. But this is about you manifesting your 10 of Cups, the 10 of Gourds. This is about you like manifesting everything that you want, but you need to evaluate 2 of Staffs, what you have, again, like the 7 of Coins, what you have been doing, where you are currently, and where you want to be. And then in order to get there, you need to do something different. You need to do something different. You know what I mean? 8 of Blades. Oh, that's the wrong card I'm thinking of. 8 of Blades. You need to free yourself from chains. Wow, this image, it's a little intense, right? But you need to free yourself from chains, from the ways that you have binded yourself to things. And the way that you have done this in your mind, right? Not in actuality, but just these little stories, just these little narratives of the things that you tell yourself that you have to do, emotional agreements, like this is the way you service the world. It's like you really need to break away from that, because the way what you're doing when you do that is you're really focusing on things that you don't want. These things aren't servicing you. These things aren't servicing you, right? But the universe is trying to co-create with you. The universe is trying to heal you. But I'm just getting that you are so busy. You are so busy. You are so busy that you have a really hard time receiving messages from the divine. So and then like you have the ace of Blades in reverse, and I'm getting silence. I just like silence and stillness are going to be your best friend. Silence and stillness are going to be your best friend. Silence, stillness, meditation are going to be your best friend. But that's all I have for you, my friend. Please thank your ancestors and spirit guides and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. If this resonated, please let me know down in the comment section. And if you want to continue to receive messages on the new moons and full moons and pick a card readings of that sort, please do not forget to follow me and hit the notification bell, because there's more coming your way, right? Last but not least, again, I am running a new moon special. If you would like to book a private reading, run over to momagics.com and use the promo code NEWMOON9. Excuse me. Again, all the information will be down in the description bar. Once more, I thank your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. The highest in me honors the highest in you. And until next time, this is XO Meaux. Bye.